Pokemon's brand new set, Phantasmal Flames, is finally here, and today we are opening a booster box to try and chase one of the most expensive cards in modern Pokemon history, the Gold Charizard card. We are also chasing the special illustration rare because this card is currently worth over $1,200. We are only opening one box today, but if we can hit 100 likes on this video, I'll be opening a second box very, very soon. And of course, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button because every card that we pull today will be available on Whatnot. So make sure to check the link down in the description below. But let's not waste any time and get straight into it. So here we have it, the brand new set of Phantasmal Flames. This was extremely hard to get. These sold out so quickly, but here we go, a brand new booster box. You can see the Gengar on the side, which is weird considering there is only one Gengar card in here. We do of course have a lot of big chases from this set, and it looks like this is already the better set out of the two from this new era already. We do of course have the Mega Evolution set that came out about a month ago, which was the first of a brand new era for Pokemon cards. But Phantasmal Flames is the second set from this, and then it does look like we're getting Mega Dream EX over the holiday break, which is going to be so sick. But let's just get straight into it with the first pack being Mega Heracross. Probably not the coolest Mega that you can get, but again, still a really sick card. I feel like there is so many good Megas in this set. I mean, obviously the Charizard is the best. That is just a no-brainer, but there are so many good ones in here. And again, as always, we are trying to track the prices to see if it is better to keep these boxes sealed or actually open them up. And there we go, Milcery, Holo, really cute, and Empoleon EX in our second or our first pack even, which is really sick. This is a really good card. I like this a lot. Unfortunately, I don't feel like it is going to be one of those cards that is worth a lot in the future, just because there are a lot of others, but we can put it on display over there. And as we move into our second pack, I can actually get the prices up for the top chases. So we have the Charizard, which is sitting around $750 US, around 1,000 Australian dollars. That is for the old art or the secret art rare. We then have the Gold Charizard sitting around 650 or 900 Australian dollars, which is so expensive. And it does look like there are a few illustration rares that are really expensive, so it would be nice to get one of them today as we get Oricorio EX and we drop all the other cards, but that's not important. But that is a really cool looking card as well. Just a regular EX, but still pretty good. So the first Empoleon that we got is sitting around that $3 mark, and that Oricorio is around $1. So $4 so far for a box that was like $200. So yeah, we've got a way to go. All right, let's get into pack number 3. It does seem like Pokemon is continuing with the same color theme that we saw during the first Mega Evolutions box set. So I don't know whether this is going to carry over into Mega Dream or whether this is just for these first two sets. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, all of these cards look really sick. I just feel like there is better cards that they could have done as we get a Reshiram Holo in the third pack. But I just feel like there is a better color set that they could have gone with. Anyway, let me know what you think of that down below. I just feel like the Mega Evolutions cards and of course Phantasmal Flames have been so hyped because of how popular Pokemon is right now. But it doesn't mean that these cards are necessarily the best design cards we have actually seen in Pokemon. So as we move into pack number 4, we start off with a Dark Energy, Piplup. We then move into Pawmi, Murkrow, Gligar, Cerulege, the Punk Helmets, Seviper, Trapinch, and we have Grimsley's Move and into a Genesect Holo. So obviously I tried to keep this set as secret as possible. I didn't want to look up all the cards. I didn't want to see what the top chases were. I mean, it was pretty hard not to know what the top chases were after Inferno X, and I actually managed to pull the top card in that, the top Charizard chase. And it does seem like a lot of people are saying the printing on that card is actually a lot better, which is kind of interesting to me. I mean, I feel like the Japanese cards always print so nicely, but it is interesting that a lot of people are saying that the English cards are actually quite poorly printed. I mean, this box so far does actually look pretty good as we finish off with a Flygon EX right there. Let's move into the next pack right here. I've forgotten how many packs that is. Is that 5 or 6? I'm not sure. We'll just say it's 5. No, actually, know what? We'll go with 6. Let's go with 6. And the code card there. So yeah, it is really interesting to see. It does seem like the English top chase Charizard is going to be the card that you want out of this and the Japanese set. But again, there isn't necessarily as big as a difference as there are with some of the older sets. Usually they are one of the more price differential favorites, I guess. The two favorites from each set usually do have a big price gap between the English and Japanese ones, especially if you get them in a PSA 10. The English usually goes for a lot more, sometimes even more than double, but in this set, it's actually pretty close. I mean, Inferno X still has the top chase cards sitting around that $675 US, and in English, as we just said, it is around that $750 US. So there isn't really that much of a difference, which is really surprising. As we move through Wigglytuff, Eternatus, Carvana, and Duraludon Holo. And finally a Moltres, and there's nothing behind that. But this is actually really interesting, so I really do hope that Mega Dream again continues this. I'm going to try my best to try and get some of those Japanese cards, because I feel like the pull rates are a lot better in Japanese. Not to say the English pull rates aren't bad, but I opened 2 boxes for Mega Evolutions, didn't get really any of the top chases. I opened 1 box of the Mega Symphonia, I think, in Japanese, and pretty much pulled the best card that you could get. Same with Inferno X. We actually opened up 2 boxes as we get the Jumbo Ice Cream, 2 boxes of Inferno X as we get the Ludicolo illustration rare, followed by a Pawmot, but the Ludicolo right there, I think that is about a $4 card at the moment. So we're up to $8. Yay, $8 in total, which is fantastic. Just what you want when you've spent $200 on a box. But we move forward. But yeah, hopefully it does mean that there is going to be some good pull rates coming from Mega Dream. The Japanese set already looks really exciting. We have seen some leaks. Obviously, it does look like it is heavily centered around Dragonite, which is one of my favorite Pokemon. So I'm absolutely going to be buying a bunch of that. But the other really exciting part of that is some leaks even show a Mega Charizard Y card, which is what has been missing from this set so far. Do have a lot of Mega Charizard X's, including the top chases from this set, and surprisingly this was missing a Gengar card as well. I really thought Gengar would be included in this, but hopefully that is included in the next set, as we get a Mega Lopunny EX right there. Very nice, and again, probably not really worth it, coming in at $2. But let's get into the next pack as we move through here. Code card again. If you guys want the code cards, then I'll make sure I try and show them more often. But let's flip this over. We get the Steel Energy, Swinub, Snubble, Apom. We have the Ghastly, Brambleghast, the Blowtorch, Crocodile, Ludicolo Holo. We have the Zacian Holo into a Vileplume Holo as well. The one thing I do like from this set though is the new reverse holo design. I think they have done a good job with it. But again, I would still rather get the EX cards or better. I was sort of hoping this set would see the reintroduction of GX cards. I feel like they were some of the coolest cards that we had seen, and we haven't seen them for a long time. So hopefully those do eventually come back. Let me know if you guys would want to see them though, but that is what would be really cool. We have the Mamoswine Meloetta card right there. We have Charmander Holo, which looks really sick. The Bronzong and Suicune right there to finish off that pack. We are still not even halfway through yet, but it does seem like we have some good pulls already. So we'll have to make sure that we keep going through this and getting some of these better pulls. We might actually even try and go a little bit quicker just to make sure we can get through all of the packs in a short time and not take up a bunch of time. So let's get through this. We have the Fighting Energy, Nimble, Pillow-Swine right there, Boltund, into a Sandile, Meloetta, Sacred Charm, Darmanitan, and an Oddish Finishing off with a Snubble and Toxtricity Holo. Damn, that actually looks really cool. I am a big fan of that amped Toxtricity card. Alright, let's get into this. We're nearly halfway through this box and still only $10 worth of cards to our names. So, not the ideal start that we were hoping for, but there is still time. That is the good thing. So we have Lombre, Piplup, Pawmi, Murkrow, Sacred Charm, Krookodile, Darmanitan into an Eternatus Holo, which does look really sick. Again, that new design, I just think it looks so sick. So we move into a Lopunny pack. We have already got a Mega Lopunny EX, so maybe Lopunny is our lucky charm as we absolutely open that horrendously, but let's hope. We need some Fire Energies. I feel like Fire Energy is going to bring us a Charizard, and that is not it. The Charmander first up. Could this be the start of a Charmander run? That Alcremie card is so sick. Empoleon EX. Okay, there we go. There we go. Another one that is, again, probably around that dollar mark. I don't think that would be that expensive of a card, but we will have a quick look. We do, of course, already have the other Empoleon card up there, and this one is trading at 50 cents. So that takes us to $10 and 50 cents. Still down like $190. Great. Just great. But let's get into this next pack. We are one pack away from being halfway through this box. So we have opened 16 so far. This is our 17th. And we get the Fire Energy. Can this be the lucky one? Toxel, Grimsley's move, Alcremie again. Such a nice card into a Grand Ball. And we get the Toxtricity Illustration Rare. There we go. Our second Illustration Rare of this box. And again, around $4.50 at the moment. $4.50. So we're up to $15 so far. Okay, we are not halfway through. I thought we were going to be halfway through, but not yet. Damn, this first half has actually been insane. We'll make sure to do a hits recap, not only at the end of the video, but halfway through as well. So let's move that card to the front. We then have a Dark Energy, Jigglypuff, Seal, which I don't think we've had yet. Maybe we have, and I just haven't been concentrating. Cerulege, which just looks insane. We have Honchkrow, back-to-back Honchkrows. Okay, there we go. Jigglypuff. And the Mega Gengar EX, the only Mega Gengar in this set, currently at around $3 a card, which is probably overpriced for an EX, but again, it is the only Gengar in this box. So, for that reason alone, I'm glad we got it. But we're up to around $18 now, so far through this box. This first side has actually been jam-packed. I don't know if you guys always open boxes like this. I always do one side at a time. The Shark Cadet looks so sick, just to see which side is going to be better and which side brings us more luck as we get the Alcremie Holo. And there we go, a Battle Cage Secret Rare. Okay, not the Charizard. Probably not the one card I wanted, but it is around $5 at the moment. So that takes us up to $23. Again, it is kind of annoying that that is one of our rarer pulls for today, but I'll take it. And let's put that in a sleeve. There we go. That actually does look pretty cool. All right, let's get through this though as we move on to the last pack on the left side. Pack number 18. And code card, can we get a Fire Energy with a Charizard for the extra good luck? No. But we have Yamper, Vibrava, Bramblin, Dugong, Archaludon, or Archaludon, however you say it, Ambipom Holo into a Zacian. There we go. Let's do a quick little recap of this left side. So we got the Battle Cage, which looks sick. We've got a Toxtricity, again, one of the nicest cards, and a Ludicolo Illustration Rare. We then have the Mega Gengar, the only Gengar from this set, Mega Lopunny, and an Oricorio EX. We then have the Empoleon EX Double Up, which was so sick. Two of the nicest cards, I think, from this collection are those Empoleon, so we'll put all of them over there on the left side so you guys can probably see them now, which is great. But let's get into the right side of this box. We still need some big hitters. We are down still about $170 so far on this box, so let's hope this can bring us some luck. Can we get Fire Energy? No. Gloom into a Dugong, Jigglypuff, Darumaka, Grimsley's move. Old Creamy. We are seeing that Old Creamy card every single pack into a Zacian Holo. I would love to see some more really unique cards getting the illustrations rare. I did see the Dugong got one for the first time. I think this is the first time a Dugong card has ever had a rare or an EX or anything like that, which is really cool. Milcery. So let's move into this, and we get a Ludicolo Holo Dugong, as we were just talking about it, and another Mega Lopunny EX. Unfortunately, not the good one, but this again was trading at around $2. So we are up to $25 right now. Still have a long way to go though, so I still think we can do this. All right, one to the front and fire. Nope. Water energy. There is going to be a time where we get a fire energy with a Charizard. I can just feel it. So we'll get the Lanoon and the Punk helmet. Oh my god, there we go. To go with the Battle Stadium, we get the Punk helmet. But this is only trading at $1 right now, which is kind of crazy. I feel like there is going to be better pulls, but that takes us up to around $26 so far for this set. So again, we are getting pulls, just not the ones that we need. So we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully our luck does eventually turn. Trapinch, Zigzagoon, Jumbo Ice Cream. I love that card already. Granbull, a Pawmot, and that's it. I thought there would be more holos. Clearly not. But let me know in the comments down below if you guys are going to be opening this set. I feel like this is one of the most hype sets we've seen in a while. Usually whenever there is a brand new era or generation of cards coming out, they always are really popular, as we get a Cresselia there, Genesect, and the Jumbo Ice Cream once again. So I feel like there is always so much hype. Obviously, Pokemon this year has just been insane as well. Not only have they released some really cool sets from Destined Rivals all the way back to Prismatic Evolutions, but even Black Bolt and White Flare was really popular. It was a strong way to end the last generation of cards, and Mega Evolutions has started off with a bang. So hopefully this does continue next year as we get a Bronzong into a Reshiram. But let me know what you guys are doing with your cards right now. Is it better to keep your cards sealed, or are you going to be opening them and trying to get those top chases? I feel like this is one of those really interesting sets. Obviously, the opening videos that we have done have pretty much proved that it's better to keep your cards sealed. But on the occasion that you do get those top cards, it is definitely worth it, as we get a Mega Lopunny EX right there. Again, there are 3 Mega Lopunny cards. That is not the one that you want, unfortunately. That is at about $6 right now, though. So I think that takes us up to about $32 so far in this box. Again, decent, but could be a lot better. We probably only have about 10 packs left as well. Maybe a little bit less, so let's go through these. Fire Energy, can this be the Charizard? That would be an insane back-to-back. To get the Bramblin and a Mismagius EX. Okay. Again, there is 2 Mismagius EX cards. That is just the more common one right there. Currently around 50 cents, so we'll just put that in as $1. We'll go up to $33. So I feel like, again, it is going to be really interesting. I feel like these are sort of starting with a heat so far in Mega Evolutions. I mean, this series so far has just been insane, but it looks like it is only going to get better as we get a Paldean Wooper illustration rare as well. Damn, this is one of the coolest ones. I think there are a lot, and this is currently around $6, so that takes us up to $39 so far. There are a lot of amazing illustration rares in this set, and that is definitely one of the coolest. But again, as I was saying, there were some leaks a while ago about all of these sets potentially coming out for the Mega Evolutions era, and some of them look insane. I feel like if there is any sort of set like Hidden Fates or Shiny Fates, Paldean Fates, they do have a bunch of shinies and shiny megas, that will go crazy. That might be the most sought after set as we get a Mega Charizard EX. Not the one that we want though, but still pretty cool. And that is actually currently around $6 a card, which is insane. And that takes us up to $45 so far on this box. So not amazing, but still, I feel like we've opened boxes where the pulls have been a lot worse. We are getting a lot of pulls, just not the right ones. So hopefully we can finish off strong. We do need a big hitter from here on out though. there are only really 2 cards that can carry us over that $200 limit, and that is one of the secret Charizard rares, whether it's the illustration or the fully gold card. Otherwise, we're going to need like 3 of the other top 4 chases, which I don't think is going to happen from like 6 more packs. But as I was saying, it does seem like there are going to be some amazing sets coming out. It looks like there are going to be some sets focused around Kyogre and Groudon, potentially Rayquaza as well, which would be insane. I feel like anything to do with Mega Mewtwo would just go absolutely crazy. And obviously we didn't have a Mega Gengar in this set, which was the card that I was really looking forward to. I thought there would be one from this set, but unfortunately it wasn't to be, so it does look like that might be in Mega Dream, or potentially in another set that comes a bit later, maybe focused around those Ghost and Dark or Poison types, which would be really, really cool. And then we do, of course, have all of the brand new Megas that were just announced for Legends DA that will be coming out with the DLC very soon, as we get a Pawmot Holo right there. So if all of those eventually get their own cards, that is just going to be insane. That could be one of the coolest sets that we do see. That first Mega Raichu card is going to be so expensive. So I'm going to be opening up as many boxes as I can to get that as we get the Fire Energy. This is good luck for the Charizard card. Come on. Mamoswine, Yamper, Prinplup into a Moltres. Okay, we got a Fire card. That was, I guess, a sign that the energies do actually work to bring the luck. But we are down to like our last 3 or 4 packs right here. Come on. We need that gold Charizard. We get the Sableye, Sharkadet, Yamper, Snubble, Punk Helmet, Alcremie, Cerulege, Flygon, Archaludon, and a Vileplume Holo right there. We now have 3 packs left. Lopunny, Gengar, and Charizard. I mean, we've got to keep those 2 for last. Let's open the Lopunny right now. We've got 2 of the 3 Lopunny cards, so maybe this is the one that has the final card that we need. Although I'm not very hopeful just yet, but let's try this out. Water. Could we get the Piplup illustration rare right now? That would be so sick. So we get a Bronzong, Darmanitan, Tauros, Sharkadet. We move into a Cresselia and a Zacian to finish that off. Our last 2 packs. Here we go. I really thought we would get something else, but not yet. Come on, here we go. And we get the code card. Fire Energy, I can feel it. And we get Fighting. Okay, not exactly what we wanted. Darumaka, Bronzong, Fire Breather. We've had so many Fire Breathers so far. Into a Piplup. There we go. Not the illustration rare, but a Mega Sharpedo EX to finish it off. That, again, is not the Mega Sharpedo EX card that we want. That is currently around $1.50, so I think that takes us up to $46.50. But this is our last chance. We need to pull the gold or the SIR card from the Charizard pack to get the Charizard. Can we do it? Code card, we need a Fire Energy right now. Come on. Not quite. Not quite. To a Sableye, Duraludon, Piloswine, Charmeleon, Ludicolo, Grimsley's move, Alcremie once again, Lotix, into a Flygon illustration rare, and Toxtricity Holo. But we do get a Flygon illustration rare in our last pack. That is currently a $9 card. So that takes us up to over $50, around that $55 mark, which is pretty good for a box that just came out. But again, it does prove that you're probably better off keeping your cards sealed. Let's do a quick recap though. So on the left side, Ludicolo. Actually, let's just put all the cards together and then we'll go through them nice and slowly. So we got the Punk Helmet, Flygon illustration rare, Mega Sharpedo, Mega Charizard, which is such a nice card, Paldean Wooper, Ismagius, Mega Lopunny again, Ludicolo, the Battle Cage, Empoleon again, Mega Lopunny once again, and then Oricorio with Gengar and Toxtricity to finish it off. There you guys go. That is my opening for Phantasmal Flames. I hope you guys did enjoy this. And of course, if you want to see more card openings, make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button. All these cards are going to be up on Whatnot or eBay, so make sure to go and check those out before they do sell out. And I'll see you guys in the next video.